Careful you must be when sensing the future, Anakin. The fear of loss is a path to the dark side.
We would be honored if you would join us.
One of the main questions to ask revolving the prequel trilogy and the Clone Wars saga is who knew about Anakin and Padme's marriage. We know Palpatine knew, and suspect that Obi-Wan knew as well, but who else? Today we will examine the only other possibility, and that is Grandmaster Yoda. In my opinion, he absolutely did know, and we will examine this by looking at how he spoke to Ahsoka and Anakin regarding the same topic, but in two completely different ways. In the Clone Wars, Ahsoka came to find Yoda and tell him about her death visions of someone she knows at the hands of another, where Yoda tells her,
"So, you begin to see the true power of the Force. Visions they are. Underestimate them. You must not."
He's basically saying to not ignore these premonitions and that they are trying to tell her something, that she must meditate harder and become more powerful to see into these premonitions and not to underestimate them. Whereas in Revenge of the Sith, Anakin goes to Master Yoda to talk to him about premonitions regarding the death of someone he cares about, Padme, of course, where Yoda tells him to let go of all that he fears to lose and to basically accept fate as it is.
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Why would he give two different answers for relatively the same question? It's because I believe he knew he was speaking to two different people entirely. As he said in the original trilogy, Anakin was always focused on the future, never where he was or what he was doing, how he was always so tainted with attachments and the loss of his mother. He knew Anakin wouldn't be able to handle the loss of Padme. Sidious had the power to read into people's thoughts and feelings, as we saw in the Return of the Jedi novelization. I believe Yoda could do the same. He knew that there is a high level of attachment there, and that the only way to avoid such high levels of pain is not to have them to begin with. However, with Ahsoka, the worst that could happen is that she loses a friend. If Anakin were to lose Padme, then it could very well be just the amount of pain to set him onto the path of the dark side, which is bad for the whole galaxy, as it turned out. But how do we exactly know that Yoda was referring to Padme? Well, in the Clone Wars Season 2 episode Senate's Spy, when being briefed by Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Mace Windu on the situation involving Padme's ex-lover, Clovis, Anakin blurts out that he was unaware of Padme's history with him. This is met with a raised eyebrow from Obi-Wan, where Yoda says that those are personal matters of the Senator. Why would Anakin know them? The way Yoda says this doesn't come across as if he's surprised, but rather amused that Anakin would say such a thing in front of the three Jedi Masters. Yoda was extremely wise. He knew just about everything that went on at the temple. If he did indeed know, he should have just confronted Anakin about it and helped soothe his worries, meeting them with answers and suggestions. I feel this would have avoided the entire events that led to the galaxy we know today. What do you think? Was Yoda aware of the situation? If so, why didn't he say anything? Thanks for watching, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends. Until tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory, remember,
The Force will be with you always.
Now, fulfill your destiny.